Hey there guys, my name is Andrew Taranta and I'm coming at you guys with another TRXC video. So today was a very special day. Today was a wonderful day. It was the payoff of a ton of due diligence and hard work that has been done by myself and all of the many subscribers that have now joined the channel. And I want to go ahead and give a big shout out to you guys for sticking with me, believing in me and believing in this company. And I want to go ahead and thank everybody for joining the Discord as well. I definitely would love to see some more chit chat. I think it's getting a little dull at times, but it's all right. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, you know, I'm going to update you as much as I can and whatever platform I can on. So with that being said, I wanted to do two things first. I want to look at the chart and then I'll go over the news. Okay, so with the chart being said, obviously we see that there was a very large price change today. We looked at about a 70% gain, which is absolutely insane. There was definitely a lot faster than I thought it would gain. We knew that this was occurring. We knew, by the way, given the ICR conference in the last video or the last two videos, we knew that this was going to be occurring, that they were going to be getting approval for these things. And we also know from that there are more to be expected. And if just one of these made the stock shoot up 70%, I can only imagine what the 4 or 5 that they're kind of expecting. And then on top of that, the peer-reviewed papers, which are going to not only help surgical penetration, but it's also going to help with utilization. So for those who aren't aware, a TRXC is a medical device company that builds robotic surgical equipment. And essentially what they do is their equipment is basically positioned in such a way that it's in an industry that is expected to grow from 3 billion to 33 billion in the next few years. So with that being said, we know that robotic surgery is the way of the future, and we know that TRXC is in a great position to seize that. So like I said, when we look at the chart, we see that it had an excellent rise today. We see that it started the day at about right around here, I believe, 11:19, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7, 5. Okay, so it started the day right around here. This was 5 a.m., folks. 5 a.m. I woke up 5 a.m. I actually got out, or I got up. I made myself a cup of coffee, or no, I got myself a glass of water. Remember, I didn't wake up. I briefly woke up because I was so anxious. I don't know why, but Monday night felt like Tuesday was gonna be Christmas morning. I had a feeling in my gut that good things were gonna happen, and look what happened. So I even said it in the Discord. I'm feeling optimistic. Right around 5 a.m. we saw a little bit of a rise here from the previous after hours close. So we did see a little bit of rise and a tiny bit of a pullback. Imagine being this guy who sold right here. Can we imagine for a second the idiot, whoever this guy was right here? Oh. And I don't like to be mean. I'm not going to be mean, okay? Because I know there are some people in this channel who have sold, and that's okay. But I just think it's a little too close to home, right? Because the second they sell, this thing skyrockets at around 8 a.m. to about $3. It calms down, and then things open around $2.80, and things start kind of moving up, and they don't really stop. And all of a sudden, we're talking $4. We didn't see 4, but we saw $3.90. And that was basically the high of the day. And it started to consolidate itself around 350. So we're looking at consolidation around 350, possibly creating a little bit of a new floor that it's going to kind of rest on for a little bit, I'd say. Now, with that being said, a little bit of a look at the chart. We can look at the 1 month. We see that there's a very large spike here, so we can expect a little bit of a pullback. We've seen that on almost every spike here so far, a pullback, spike, pullback. But these pullbacks are becoming smaller and smaller, so that's usually a very good sign that things are definitely good things are on the way. So from a news standpoint, I really love I love Seeking Alpha. By the way, this is my favorite one to look at when it comes to the news articles on Webull and just news articles in general. They do a very, very good job of breaking things out. So, or breaking things down. So right here, this is the news article that kind of ignited the whole thing. I'll read it to you guys real fast. Transcentrics received a CE mark approval for the intelligent surgical unit that enables machine vision capabilities on the Senhan surgical system. And we should all be aware of that. I have brought that up in the ICR conference, and I brought that up in the year-end update. I went in depth and in length about what the ISU is and how important it is to the Senhan system and why it gives it such a competitive edge. And if I'm talking too fast, I apologize. There's just a lot of information I want to get out. I don't want this video to be too long. So with that being said, let's just keep going forward. The approval will provide Senhan's digital laparoscopic programs in Europe access to this new technology, ushering them to the forefront of surgical innovation utilizing augmented intelligence. This is absolutely huge, absolutely fantastic. We know that Russia had just given them approval, or they're able to work in the Russian Federation, and we saw some growth from there. And now with Europe being such a huge market to kind of be able to penetrate, really is legitimizing what TRXC is doing. And I think from even the most simplistic of minds, I think, are now seeing, wow, you don't have to think too deeply about this. It's a sure bet. Shares obviously went up about 12% pre-market. And there's a lot of articles on Seeking Alpha actually about TRXC and how well they're doing. And I definitely don't have any fear with this company. And that's one thing I want to bring up is I'm going to bring up a really good point. I'm going to leave you guys with this point, and I think that this is something I want you to think about. And I haven't brought up yet, so I think it's good information, because sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself with these videos because they're always kind of basically the same thing, just doing really well. So when we go look at ISRG, this is the company that is somewhat, I guess, rivaling TRXC, or is TRXC's kind of what you can see as like its main competition, right? They have a robotic system. It's called Da Vinci. And this system is okay. It has, various lengths and millimeter instruments and does semi-similar things as Senhan's. But with this ISU capabilities, it completely revolutionizes Senhan's system to what we believe as something that is now greater than the Da Vinci. So let's say that's a bit. Let's say it's the same, right? Let's just say it's the same. Let's not even say it's better, even though I do believe to a certain degree it is. Now let's say it's just the same. If it's just the same, we see that this company is currently valued at a price of $778, doing the exact same thing with a market cap of $91 billion. Okay, they have the same exact type of robot. And their stock price is far greater. I don't even know the percentage. I couldn't do it in my head right now. But what we do want to look at is we want to say, okay, maybe they have less shares. That's what I first thought. I thought, okay, 778, okay, they must have less shares. No. They're outstanding. Well, yes, but no. Their shares outstanding are 117 million. 117 million. Now, let's look at TRXC, right? Let's go back here. Let's look at TRXC. Their shares outstanding, 141 million. The difference being only 40 million shares between the two companies. So when we look at that, we have to say to ourselves, wow, so given all the information we know about both companies, given all the information we know about TRXC in particular, who's to say that this company can't get to that number, or it can't get around 700, or who's to say that it can't get to 100 or 200? It seems like with everything that we know, with the fact that they have running cash into 2022, with the fact that we know they're in an extremely profitable industry, with the fact that we know revenues are going to be increasing dramatically over the next year or so, over the next 2 years, and going forward into the next decade, we really have to start being serious about, a very serious long-term hold and looking at some very serious profits. So with that being said, obviously we have a lot further to go. I would expect some consolidation into the rest of the week, perhaps another rise, maybe another 20% rise some point during the week into maybe a pullback of some sorts. But we might see a little bit of a rise. We might be finishing this week. It could be possible around $4, maybe about $5. If it does pull back, I don't see it pulling back anywhere below 280. I could see it maybe fighting around 280 for a little bit if it does get a pullback, and then maybe breaking back into 3. But if we do see a pullback, let it be known that obviously we know what the story is, we know what we have, and really we should be honestly considering buying more. And I think that's what really the dips are kind of going to become for a little bit. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. I want to give you guys one more thank you for subscribing, staying with me through this whole journey, and I'm excited to see where we can go forward. This whole year is going to be absolutely beautiful. So stay subscribed, and I think that things are going to be very interesting. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please join the Discord if you haven't already, and have a great have a great night. Okay, bye bye.